Hey guys, my name is Curlygen and I'm here to answer some questions for Sounds of the Future.
I love you, 508.
My name is Curlygen. I'm an artist. I'm from New Jersey. And yeah, I rep for the pretty girls from New Jersey that rap and sing. I do everything. So I've always kind of been in the entertainment industry and like interested in creativity. Like I went to school for fashion and stuff like that. So it was like gradually my lifestyle, the people I was around, some of my friends that pushed me into doing music. Specifically, one of my friends who's an artist, and he kind of introduced me into like creating music, and I just like fell in love with it out of nowhere. About 2 years ago. So growing up in Jersey, I don't know if you know, but Jersey Club was a big thing, of course, over there. It's been around since I was very, very little. I would always see my siblings dancing and singing to the music, and I always wanted to partake in that when I was little, when I'd see the adults do it. And then obviously Jersey Club in Jersey has never lost its fame. So even in high school, I was at the school dances, dancing in Jersey Club, listening to all the poppin' DJs that I work with now and the poppin' artists that I work with now. Shout out to DJ Taj, shout out to DJ Tricks, Unicorn, everybody big in the Jersey scene. Justin Love. I grew up seeing all these people, and then like when I started my artistry, it was like a full circle moment when, I ended up like working with them. But Jersey has always been a very like fun, very loud, very like I'm myself and I don't care what nobody else has to say type of state. So I really embodied that energy growing up in Jersey because that's how everybody is. Everybody acts like they're a celebrity. I would say to make sure that you don't jump into anything, like any, you know, you just don't be impulsive with your craft and don't be impulsive with connections and stuff like that to the point where you do things that you may not be able to get out of, or connections that may not be so good in the long run. I also would say to always have your own back, always be yourself, and that's what honestly has been helping me in the industry. When I was first starting out and was a little bit lost, I kind of felt like I found myself trying to like see what everybody else is doing, and I would say like don't do that. Like just do your own thing, be yourself, because that's what I would do in my own normal life, be myself. So when you start doing music, be yourself and make sure you got your own back always. Signing with a label has crossed my mind. I'm not saying that I'm not interested in it. It's just right now, it's not something that I see myself doing currently. It has to make sense at the end of the day. I wouldn't jump into anything unless it made sense for me. So yeah, also don't get ahead of yourself and think like, because you may be amazing, you may be a great artist, you may be talented, but if the numbers don't match, if the content's not matching, if things are not making sense, you're not going to probably get signed for your worth. So it just doesn't make sense to jump the gun just because you're talented and stuff. I think that it takes time to grow and prove your worth sometimes in the industry, and that's something that I learned. I feel like the hardest part sometimes is not doubting yourself, because there's times that I can doubt myself, even if like I see the fruits of my labor in my face happening, unfolding in my face, because like humans, we all have this natural instinct of where like we just need more. Like what's next? What's next? What's next? And I think that's hard for me because sometimes maybe, God is working on something that is not happening yet, but will happen soon. And I just get impatient and I'm just like, okay, like, am I declining? I'm already assuming I'm declining, but it's not that. It's like, things take time. Sometimes it's the patience part that is a struggle for me. But honestly, I'm learning. And, also rejection. Rejection is redirection though. So that's another thing I've been struggling with in the industry. Sometimes like, you're not gonna be everybody's cup of tea, but that doesn't mean that you're not, amazing. And sometimes that's just redirection, and that's something to push you to move forward in a better way. Yes, I love talking about God in this. So God has made a big impact in my life, especially in my artistry. I pray every night. I try to pray to God even in the good moments because we have that habit of like when things are good, that they're going good and stuff, we kind of like stray away from God a little bit, talking to God a little bit sometimes. I still try to continue to keep that relationship with God because honestly, He's gotten me this far with so many things. It's just so many signs, so many conversations I've had with Him that prove that, this is my purpose, and like I'm just reaching milestones I feel like I would have never reached if I hadn't reconnected with God the way that I have. Um, yeah, it's just, it's important to pray. It's important to, always thank God, even for breathing, even for living. But just forget the artistry part, the fact that we're even here living, like, that's a miracle. So when you realize how great God is and you're thankful every day for the little things, like the bigger blessings just come by easily. They just blow over by easily, and it's just, it's life is amazing. Like, life is just amazing, and God makes it amazing. So I would always encourage my artist friends to like really center God, even sometimes in their music, because I know some people like to say stuff like demon time and stuff like that, and I encourage artists not to say stuff like that because I just feel like negative affirmations in your music really like have an impact on your persona and like just the music as a whole. Like I don't really find myself listening to much music with words like that. And like I said, I feel like the power of the tongue is a real thing. So yeah, I just feel like keeping God at the center of everything is very important. I definitely want to, of course, blow up as a major artist internationally, not just in Jersey and in New York, but I really want to one day perform for Rolling Loud, South by Southwest, possibly when we go to the VMAs, of course, soon. And yeah, I just want, hopefully I could win plaques and, get nominated for Best New Artist, stuff like that. Like that's stuff that I dream of. I daydream of a lot of that stuff. I also hope to work with like big artists, some of my favorite like big artists, hopefully one day. And that's really what I look forward to. Young Thug for sure, Gunna, Summer Walker, T-Pain is a big one. That I've been listening to T-Pain since I was little. I love T-Pain. I tell everybody that's the one feature that like I can go happy because I love T-Pain. I have the melodic vibe to my music a lot. My sexy drill is like melodic singing and stuff. I definitely feel like T-Pain influenced that. So, some of my sexy drill music is like, R&B vibes and like high notes and stuff like that. Summer Walker definitely influenced that. I love Summer Walker. She's one of my fave R&B artists, as well as SZA. And I think Gunna and Young Thug kind of gave me like the swag sometimes in some of my lyrics, or like the rhymey schemes, because I see a lot of like the way that Young Thug and Gunna like rap is like more, sometimes they don't say words that kind of makes sense, but the way that it's said, like a singy songy voice or a rhymey voice, makes it like really catchy. So I try to make my music really catchy. Those are the tactics I use from each artist, like to make my sound. Okay, so I feel like I bring a new feel to the New York and Jersey sound because I'm kind of bringing the both together. I do sexy drill and I bring Jersey club and I put it together, and I put it in a way where like it's not the normal rap, it's not the normal singing on it. It's more like I said, like a melodic Young Thug thing, a melodic T-Pain thing. I feel like I bring like a new sound to it when I bring both together and I add what my sound on it. So I think I bring something new to it, for sure, something fresh and new. And I also think that it can get improved. I feel like everybody should try doing different things on Sexy Drill and Jersey Club. I don't think that it should all be the same. I feel like it can definitely be improved. It's amazing though. A lot of people are doing amazing things in the Sexy Drill scene and in the Jersey Club scene. But I definitely feel like we gotta like rep more and make it more worldwide and have like more of the world hopping on those beats, because it is like, it is fit, like popping, but not to the extent it could be. Like I feel like we should get it to a point where this music is getting played for Paris Fashion Week, and I don't think it's there yet. So like a worldwide universal thing. Well, success to me is happiness, and happiness to me is health, family, love, and, you know, doing something that you love for the rest of your life. So that's success to me. But if you want to say success in a worldly manner, success would be being wealthy and, you know, just having a good lifestyle, having a good health, good lifestyle, being set up right. But honestly, being happy with what you have now is the most important, because if you're not happy with what you have now, you're not going to be happy when you're successful, you know? So definitely I'm good where I'm at, but I'm striving for more. There's definitely moments that I get sad, or like I said, there's a bit of doubt sometimes, but it doesn't last for long, because I know, like, I just believe in myself to the point where, like, I know that I'm gonna make it. I know I'm gonna make it because I just work so hard. And it's like, when I see my life now, I still look, and I'm satisfied with what I have. I'm happy with what I have. I'm happy with the friends I have around me. I'm happy with the team I have around me. I'm happy with the opportunities I've gotten. I'm honestly very happy. Do I want more? Of course. Everybody wants more. That's a natural human instinct. And it's a natural human thing to feel sad sometimes, or to get a bit in your head. But, like, you don't let that stuff last. It's just a bump in the road. There's always going to be highs and lows in your career where you're overthinking yourself into sadness. And then there's going to be highs where you really see the vision and you really see yourself going to where you're going to go. And you just have to keep reminding yourself of that, because, like I said, as humans, sometimes enough is not enough. Like, we want more and more and more and more, and we can't just sit and bask and see, oh, look at all the accomplishments I have done. It's kind of hard, especially when you're a person like me who is always like, what's next, what's next, what's next. It's hard to just sit there and be like, oh my gosh, look at everything that I've done. And I find myself having to consistently be reminded by the people around me that, I've hit certain goals and stuff. I want my legacy to be, of someone that was admired, or it was an inspiration for people to keep going. I come from a small town in Jersey. Um, you know, I worked a regular job not too long ago. Was around regular settings and stuff, just to be around a whole bunch of superstars, and touching money, touching heights that I never thought that I would touch, or people around me never thought they'd see me touch. I would want people to feel inspired and to, like, see me and be like, yo, if she could do it, I could do it. I'm gonna follow my dreams because she did it. I would always tell people, like, be the black sheep, do what you want to do, follow your dreams. Like, this is our first time being human. So if you want to live a happy life, always do what makes you happy. Like, whatever job, whatever hobby, whatever, because at the end of the day, we're all going to just be a memory. Sadly, which is dark to say, but we're all going to be a memory. What do you want to be remembered as? That person that just, was confined to what society wanted them to do, or what their family wanted them to do, or what their friends required them to do, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? Or are you gonna do what you're happy doing? Are you gonna do something that made you look back and say, I'm proud of the legacy I left. I'm proud of, the person I was, and the role model my kids could look up to, and other young people could look up to strive to be the best that they can be. I honestly am just the type of person where, if you were my friend, I can make you think that you're gonna be a millionaire tomorrow, because of the way my energy is, the way I come off. Like, I make someone believe that they can do anything. And I feel like everybody should have that mindset, because the mindset of, like, just, being afraid to, like, step out of your comfort zone, being afraid of change and stuff, really keeps people stagnant, and really keeps people in situations where they grow up to be unhappy with their legacy and what they're remembered by. I do have an upcoming project. It's probably going to be around end of March, April-ish. And the name is, I'm not telling the name yet. I'm not going to say the name yet. It's so hard not to say the name. But it's coming up. It's going to be a project that really represents my sound, Jersey. It's going to be a project that tells a lot of my story of my life and my personality and who I am. I feel like overall I went through a lot of personalities growing up, and I want my music to tell that story, because yeah, I have a crazy life story, so I definitely want to put it in my music and show people that, like, you know, I've been through stuff and I want them to see who I am, more of who Curlygen is. So, my advice is be you, unapologetically be you, try new things, try everything. Rejection is redirection. And one thing I always tell people is if one thing doesn't work, it's okay. You didn't fail at life. Like, you fail when you don't try. So, as soon as you fall down, you get back up and pick up where you left off and find out what your purpose is, what your path is after that. Because I know there's been many instances where I felt like I was a little lost and felt like I wanted to be something or do something. And then I was like, okay, this isn't working out. This isn't what I want to do. Now I feel lost. Now I feel like a failure. Now I feel inadequate. I'll find myself comparing myself on people on social media, and that's not the way to go. Like, things happen for people in different points of their life. You can be 30 and become rich. You can be 40 and become rich. You can be 20 and become rich. Everybody's situation is different. Everybody gets blessed at different times. So I would advise people to, you know, keep going, keep trying, and don't compare yourself to anybody, especially people on social media, because social media is a lie sometimes.
I love you, 508.